Welcome to the College Investor Audio Show, where we talk about the biggest issues impacting millennial money, from student loan debt to side hustles to building wealth. We will show you how to get out of debt so that you can build real wealth for the future.
Hey there, welcome to the College Investor Audio Show. Today, this is a fun one. 7 investment ideas to get the most out of your tax refund. Let's check it out. So if you received a tax refund from Uncle Sam this year, you shouldn't celebrate just yet. Aside from the fact that it was your money to begin with, not a friendly gift from the government, you may have some adjusting to do before next tax season rolls around. If you're having too much withheld from your paycheck, you're basically lending the government your money for free. What's worse is that you are losing out on time that your money could be growing for you. This is bad, and if this is the case, be sure to adjust your federal income withholding allowances or revisit your W-4. That is not to say that a lump sum of cash from the government doesn't make you feel good. With that being said, don't get caught treating your refund any differently than you would your paycheck. Your money is valuable. And just like your paycheck, every dollar of your refund should be given a purpose. In 2020, the average tax refund payment was more than $3,125, according to the IRS. What? If you're one of those people who received a tax refund this year, before you squander your refund on a vacation or some sort of down payment for a toy, first consider a few ways you can make that money work for you. Here are several suggestions for what to do with your tax refund. Number 1, contribute to your emergency fund. You ever considered what would happen if you were laid off from your job unexpectedly or maybe faced a big unexpected expense? If you aren't prepared for this, or a slew of other misfortunes that you could be faced with, you may want to consider holding on to your tax refund. At least a few months of easily accessible rainy day cash is recommended, although it has been said by some financial experts that 6 months to a year of emergency cash is necessary. The extent to which you save for an emergency is largely dependent upon your situation, though. Number 2, pay off your debt. Possibly worse than an unexpected emergency is a present-day emergency, otherwise known as debt. If you are one of the many Americans faced with high-interest debt, you should be focusing on cutting expenses and channeling every free dollar you have into your debt. Furthermore, it's often recommended to pay off your debt before even starting an emergency fund. Well, some of us don't agree, but you still shouldn't avoid paying off your debt. The logic behind this is that if you're already in debt and you burn through your emergency fund, you'll be without the financial option of borrowing money. Borrowing money on credit cards is never an attractive option, but in dire circumstances, it might be necessary. Of course, if you have student loan debt, now might not be the best time to pay those off due to all the COVID-19 loan programs. Instead, focus on some other debt, like credit cards or, of course, car debt. Number 3, save more for retirement and some other goals that you have. If your financial house is in order and you've accumulated a healthy emergency fund and you're debt-free, first of all, great job. Secondly, another option to consider for your refund is to invest it. The average American is not allocating enough money to retirement. Many financial advisors say 10 to 15% of your annual income, but obviously with the time value of money, the earlier you invest, the better. If you got a late start, it's never too late to bridge the gap. A $3,100 tax refund will certainly help get you closer to your goals. In fact, that amount would be half of what you can contribute to your IRA this year. Number 4, refinance your mortgage or make home improvements. Mortgage rates are at an all-time low. If you're financially prepared and ready to buy, there's no better time to do it. If you already own a home, you can take advantage of these interest rates by refinancing and paying for your closing costs and fees with your refund. This will allow you to save money immediately in interest payments. If you're really ambitious, you can keep paying the same mortgage payment amount and cut away at the principal you owe. Furthermore, if there is a high-dollar project that you've been putting off, now may be the perfect time to knock it off the list. Home improvement projects are a great way to add value to your home, and usually the benefits are immediate. Number 5, invest in a taxable account. If you're already maxed out your tax-sheltered account, you are definitely ahead of the pack, and you probably don't need to hear this advice. Opening up a brokerage account can be a great way to further diversify your portfolio and make your money grow for you. Since these investments are fully taxable, it may be a good idea to steer towards low-expense investments or tax-efficient mutual funds or EFTs. Number 6, give to charity. Depending on who you are, this may be number 1 on your list, but for others on a tight budget, giving to charity can be a little bit difficult. A refund is a chance to contribute to a charity of your choice. Of course, giving to charity might not give back in the form of dividends or capital gains, but sometimes the benefits a donation can create are way more valuable than anything money can buy. Not to mention, you can deduct charitable contributions on your taxes, like next year. Number 7, you can start your own business. If you have a business idea that you've been putting off, a refund may be just what you need to get things off the ground. This is a great way to see return on your investment, and tax deductions can be taken on your small business as well. If you don't know where to start, we have a list of the 15 best online business ideas you can start right now at home. That's at thecollegeinvestor.com. And here's a bonus. Change your withholdings to not receive a refund. Yes, keep your money. An option you may not have thoughts about is simply changing your tax withholdings from your paycheck so you don't get a refund, but rather owe. Might seem crazy, but remember, a tax refund is just a refund of extra money you've paid to the IRS all year. It's your money! If you change your W-4 withholdings on your paycheck, you'll get bigger paychecks all year long. Then, at tax time, you would pay any difference you owe. This is something that most savvy investors and high net worth individuals do. Never let the IRS get extra money that belongs to you. The only drawback here, you need to plan to write a check to the IRS in April. If you don't save or have the money, you could be in trouble. So, before you go adjusting your withholdings, make sure you have a plan. Final thoughts? Regardless of how much of a refund you're receiving, if you're receiving one at all, a tax refund should be treated with just as much value as any other dollar you have earned. If nothing else, it should be treated with more value since you're basically being paid for work you did throughout the year. Whether your refund was expected or not, it should be used in the way that is most advantageous to wherever you are in life. As tempting as it is to treat yourself to something that you want, just like all of your hard-earned dollars, investing in something that will advance you and your goals is far greater than any item that could be bought in a mall. And that is all we have for today. I hope it was helpful to you. If it was, and you think this would be helpful to my friend or neighbor or family member, whatever, we'd love for you to share this with somebody else too. Thanks so much for stopping by today. Again, you can see all the resources and tons of ideas on what you can do with the resources that you already have at thecollegeinvestor.com.